This week on the Autocar Show, the lowdown on the newly launched Tata Aria. We take the Santa Fe for a quick spin in Coorg. And Karthik brings you all the eye candy from the Paris Motor Show. Hello and welcome to the Autocar Show. Now the Tata Aria is finally here after a long wait. And it's an important milestone for Tata because it's the first time in 22 years that they've got a new ladder frame chassis. Now this is going to be the underpinning for all the future models of the Safari, the Sumo and the pickups that come from Tata. So an important new member, a new addition to the Tata family. Let's see if the Aria is all it's touted to be. In the bid to be more global in their products, Tata has spent years carefully engineering this platform. They took their time in order to get it right. The hard work seems to have paid off, especially where weight is concerned. Despite being longer and wider than the Safari, it's actually 200 kilograms lighter, thanks mainly to the lighter chassis. The Tata Aria was designed as a crossover, bit of car, bit of MUV, bit of SUV. If you look at it, the cab forward stance is very MUV-like. You look at the large flared wheel arches, very SUV-like. And though there's bits and pieces of design cues from all kinds of vehicles, on the whole, it's very well proportioned. There's a distinct style to the front, with the bonnet line cutting the front into two halves. There are cues from the Tata cars like the grille and the cat eye-like slunk-back headlamp. It's a clean form and shape, not stunning, but it doesn't displease either. On the inside, it's a whole lot plainer, with very geometric vertical and horizontal lines laying out the dash. There's a huge central console with AC vents on the side, an integrated music system, and a large central display which tells you about a host of features. The Tata Aria is loaded. There's a multi-information display. There are 8 airbags, ABS and EBD, air conditioning for all 3 rows with individual blower controls for each row, large glove box with lots of storage areas all around the car. The ceiling is really like the aisle of a plane with a row of top storage boxes, a little bit over the top. There's also satellite navigation system, a large boot with various seat adaptations for luggage spaces, and there's even a reverse camera. So as you can see, the top-end variant of the Tata Aria comes very well loaded, but let's get back inside. Now back inside the car, you realize that interiors are not very exciting looking, but I have to say this, that it really is some of the best quality I've seen in a Tata car. Especially if you look at the dash, it's got nice texturing, it's soft to the touch, the switchgear all feels stronger and sturdier, it falls to hand easily, the seats are well contoured, but there's still little bits that let it down, and somehow it just doesn't match up to, say, the finesse or the class of an Innova. Let's get this show on the road. Now, what's not new in the Aria is the engine. It's the familiar 2.2 die-core that we know, with an identical 140 bhp, along with the Safari gearbox. But Tata engineers say they have updated the gearbox, and aluminium cast sump, rubber mounts, a dual mass flywheel, and acoustic package have all been added to make the engine more refined. Well, I must say all the efforts to deaden the sound have helped. The engine does feel more refined, definitely feels very silent inside the Aria. Being made for the global market, the Aria comes with a host of electronics that control everything from the airbags to navigation to ESC
And there's now the 4x4 system. Yes, you can get the Aria with a two-wheel version or an all-wheel drive version, which is also a first for a Tata car.
It's a familiar engine. We've seen it before. It's very drivable in the city. You can amble around at low speeds. Once you get going, there is a bit of lag at the bottom end. If you drop suddenly below 2000 RPM, you will need a gear change or two. But once you get past that, this engine is really nice. You can keep going. It doesn't feel strained towards the top end at all. And you can cruise very comfortably.
The front suspension is all new and it now has coil springs and struts which are really easier to tune and refine. There are disc brakes at the rear with large 235/65 tires for the Aria.
The Aria has a lot of roll around corners. But when you're cruising down a highway, it feels quite planted at high speed.
It's really the larger tires that offer most of the grip around corners. But let's put it this way, the Tata Aria is really not a car meant to be thrown around corners, it's more for cruising. It feels stable at high speed and does the job it was cut out to do.
Now, to house a third row of passengers comfortably, you've got to have this middle row pulled all the way forward, which means legroom here does get tight, especially if there's a tall person. But if there's no third row of passengers, you can slide this all the way back. You can recline this angle and get pretty comfortable.
The seats are comfortable, but once you recline, it's tough to lift it back without getting out of the seat. The third row is really tight on legroom, with the squab being short as well, and it's not really the most comfortable place to be. The ground clearance is good at 175 mm, with the all-wheel drive version that we are driving having 25 mm more. The Aria goes pretty much over everything.
Now the software setup may not have done much for the Aria, but what it has done is given this really good ride quality. Especially at low speeds, glides over the bumps and potholes, doesn't really let anything filter through to you. At higher speeds, you do feel the roll, and you can get bounced around a little bit, but I still have to say, this is good ride quality.
The packaging is all there. The Aria ticks off all the right boxes so far, but how easy will it be on your wallet to run?
Well, let's see. Good engine, good ride quality, good enough space, and it's loaded with features. This makes the Tata Aria a very good package. There are some weak links like the lack of space in the third row of seats and the interior fit and finish. But though we're grumbling about it, I must say that there is a huge improvement on before. The effort to improve fit and finish does show in this car. Tata have definitely taken the game forward. I think that the Aria is a sensible package for the Indian market,
but we think that the price is a little too high. Stay tuned right after this break. I'll tell you what I think of Hyundai's new Santa Fe.